All right, part 2. Something else that I meant to say is when I'm on the radio, you actually can call in live, and you can call in toll-free. I don't know the number right now, but when you're listening, I guess even if you're calling internationally, you can call, and if you want to ask me questions real-time, live on the radio, you can do that. WLLL, like Larry, WLLLradio.com, okay? So, that was it about relationships, but actually a little more about relationships. Relationships are not supposed to be about limitations and hassles and stress, okay? I'm going to give you the ultimate relationship test that I've given a few times now, okay? And this is how you can know whether or not you should be staying with this person that you're with. Oh, we got somebody coming in. Let's close the door. We're going to close the door. Coming back here? Okay, they're coming back here. You got people passing by in the background. You're going to see rock stars. Okay, here's how you know whether or not you should stay in a relationship with this person, okay? You have to ask yourself, are you spending more time with them happy, excited, enjoying one another, loving one another, and just feeling better and better about life? Or are you spending more time upset, angry, mad, fighting with them, or having to ask yourself if you're happy? Because if you have to ask if you're happy, you aren't, okay? So which one is it? And that's how you know whether or not you should stay in this relationship. If you spend more time, even if it's 51%, in a happy place, then it's worth staying and working out and fighting for. But if you spend the majority of your time in an unhappy place, then it is not, okay? So that's how you know. Now, as I was saying though, sometimes people look at these relationships like they're this obstacle or this limitation, but the fact is when you're in a relationship with the right person, you actually can achieve more together than you could ever achieve by yourself, okay? Two people can support and boost one another up, right? And then when that happens and you have this situation with the right person, then you don't really mind the limitations. I mean, I'm out here on the road every night. You know, there's girls around all the time. I could do whatever I wanted out here because I'm loose out here, right? But I don't want to because I knew what I was doing when I signed up for this, right? I knew that I was ready to spend the rest of my life with just this one person because I knew that I'd made the right choice, and I thought it through, and I had my feelings involved. I used both my head and my heart. That's why you've got both of them, okay? And I've been happy ever since, right? So that's what you got to do, okay? So that was really the number one thing I wanted to communicate today. And that I've been hearing this so often, and it applies to everything in your life. It applies to any situation in your life, honestly. Do you spend more time in it happy, or do you spend more time in it unhappy, or even neutral? In which case, you need to work to improve it. And if there's something you don't like, do something. Do something, okay? The law of attraction is great, it's important, it's fundamental, but like the law of attraction is like software and your action is like hardware, okay? You cannot sit at home and just wait for something to get miracled to you, all right? I mean, it might, yeah, you can just sit and dream about a job and dream about a job and dream about a job, and yeah, the phone might ring with somebody offering you a job, absolutely. But you want to know how you make that way more likely to happen? By sending out resumes, by calling companies, by door knocking, right? By talking to people and making it known that you're looking for a job. And then maybe somebody will be like, oh yeah, my brother has a company doing blank. They're looking for somebody just like you to do that thing you want to do, right? It's like that old saying the Amish have, when you pray, move your feet, okay? You've got to actually do something. Meet the universe halfway if you want your goals to manifest quickly, okay? That's what you got to do. And it's the same in your relationships. I hate to sound like a broken record, but you don't know how many people sound like a broken record to me when we talk about this stuff, okay? Change it or deal with it, okay? If you're unwilling to confront him or her about the fact that they're cheating on you or mean to you, then accept the fact that you're going to stay with somebody who's cheating on you or mean to you. Because you can do that. There are men and women who consciously choose, it's like, well, I mean, you know, when he's gone, and when he's here, he's here. That's fine. That could be you. Or agree to an open relationship where both of you are going to go and be with whoever you want whenever you want. But I bet you might be surprised that he doesn't want you sleeping with other guys. He just wants to be able to sleep with other girls. Now you got some leverage because now he's a hypocrite and a cheater and a liar. That sounds like a fantastic guy to marry and spend the rest of your life with, don't you think? Oh yeah, send me an invitation. Yeah, I'd be your best man. It's great. Serious. You deserve better than that. And you've got to know that you deserve better than that. I can't tell you. You have to know truly deep inside. And here's the thing. We'll tie this back around to the same things we always talk about. If you don't think you deserve better than this, if you don't already know that you deserve better than this, like I asked you in part 1, why is that? And I'll tell you why that is. Because you don't have a sufficient amount of self-love for yourself. You don't value yourself enough to demand that someone value you that much. So that's really where you got to start. You got to start by forgiving whatever you've done in the past. You've got to start by forgiving whoever slighted you in the past. You've really got to dig around and get to the bottom of that I'm not good enough that infects so many people, that actually infects everybody until you get in and, root it out. And once you get to the bottom of that, then you will finally see yourself for the wonderful, beautiful, brilliant, intelligent, strong, sexy, courageous person that you are right now. And then you will demand that everyone in the world see you that way. I mean, look at me. Do you think that I would be in a situation or in a relationship where somebody was like yelling at me and calling me names every day? No, right? Like, my parents don't talk to me like that, so nobody else can, and definitely not somebody I'm supposed to be in an intimate relation with can. No, never, ever, not ever, right? Because that is not something that I will tolerate. But by extension, I don't treat people that way either. You can't be mean and aggressive and yell and hit your boyfriend or girlfriend and then be shocked when they're mean or aggressive and yell and hit you back, okay? It's a two-way street. You do have to treat people the way you want to be treated, but by the same token, you can demand how you want them to treat you, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off because the bus is starting to fill up, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit short because everybody's trying to be quiet. I appreciate that they're being polite for me, so I'm going to drop. But you were great, and I love you. Remember, change it or deal with it. You deserve better, okay? I love you. Remember, you can find me on peacelovemoney.com. You can submit questions either anonymously or you can give your name to Formspring, FORMSPRING.me/B Dave Walters. No www. Formspring.me/B Dave Walters. And remember, but I love him is not a good reason. And I can't help it is not a good reason either. That's just giving your power away to somebody else. Don't do that anymore. Plant your feet, demand what you deserve, and you do deserve better. Okay, bye-bye.